So Taurus, we're going to do a bit of a butterfly spread today, which is a great spread for meditation. And the center card for today is the Four of Wands in reverse. We can get a little bit more clarity on that. We're going to take a look at kind of the center place of today and then kind of past issues, positive, negative, that can influence, and future contemplations, where to go from here, right? So with the Four of Wands in reverse, it really feels like there's a lack of enjoyment, a lack of just having fun and community and feeling connected. For some of you, this may mean that there's just been tension in group activities. A lot of the goals that you've wanted to head towards may seem that they're taking more work and more effort to achieve. Some things may not seem achievable. And we're going to take a look at some of the, past areas of life that may be influencing. And we're going to go with, I feel like this is the positive right now. Okay. I'm being told to put that into the negative. There are things with the moon card coming out in sort of like the, challenging part from the past energy that's influencing today, is that there's perhaps, maybe there's information you didn't acquire yet in order to be able to do this. I know that sounds a little harsh. You can take a look at this as there just may be some things, I'm hearing like the steps. There's certain steps that have been missed because they weren't available or visible to you. Take it how it resonates. And it might just be like there's certain emotions under the surface that are just need to be dealt with for some of you, that it's not like you're intentionally blocking, but there are some things emotionally for some of you that have not been addressed yet that are interfering with this feeling of joy. And for some of you, it just may be that like things have just been kind of in that sort of like doldrums, right? So on the upside, we have the Apprentice of Vessels, and that's your positive past influence. And the Apprentice of Vessels really with this is to know that your heart is new to whatever this is, and allowing your heart to learn. And I think this goes a lot with the moon. There may have been some negative feelings in the past, but letting your heart open to this is a gradual process. And it may be something that you want it to happen quickly, but the Apprentice tells us that this is a learning process, that how do I say that? Not everything happens overnight, and that's okay, because generally overnight changes are very uncomfortable. So the idea that you have the Apprentice of Vessels, which is basically the Page of Cups, there's so much to gain, and it's going at a gradual pace, a manageable pace. Now, there may be some impatience for it, but remember, when things come abruptly and suddenly, we kind of have like a tower moment. So instead of having a tower moment, there's a process of gradually learning. And this is very much in the emotional space and the self-love space. And for some of you, it may be that need of building up self-love before you can feel loved in a community environment. Okay, and let's look at, just some future energies. These are not predictive, but are for contemplative, because you always have free will. I feel like to be cautious of is the Five of Coins. Feeling like you will always be out in the cold. That mindset of the negativity, you can't be at the celebration together with others, because you feel like in the future You're always going to be left out in the cold. And what we're in a space of thinking now, if we're projecting a future where it's like, oh, I'm always going to be in the cold, guess where you're going to end up? So that's kind of like something that, you know, if you find that you're doing that in any of its variant ways, that it may be time to say, okay, I'm going to say, even if I don't feel like I'm in the greatest place right now, I'm going to be looking at the little steps I'm making and know that it is leading me to something better. You know, this feeling of being in the Five of Cups, the left out in the cold, everything's dismal. We don't want to look at that as the future. Yes, that's a feeling that you probably had in the past, and that may be something to contemplate and address for the past feeling so that it's not pushing into the future. And what's a positive for the helpful? And helpful is more of an answer. Something helpful for the future plays. This is hard to find. So, I mean, a lot of you may be finding it very difficult to find that hope of the future. And this, you have the Seven of Swords. And this is the transient light tarot. So it's a little bit different with this card. As you see, like, it's, how do I explain this? I mean, we are doing a butterfly reading, and you know, it's grabbing hold of your real truth. And in a sense, it to me, it feels like you're being saluted by others that know their truth. But it is very important to carry your truth with you into the future. And it is. I'm getting glitched out. But this is not a thief card. Your truth cannot be stolen. And you may have felt like your truth was stolen, but with this Ace of Vessels, you've been on a journey in your heart to find your inner truth. So I think being more positive in that sense of, my truth is my beauty, it is my freedom, and that it will be celebrated by others who know their truth too. And there is some of you, maybe certain groups of people aren't most fantastic to be around. And just, I was told to look at the bottom of the deck, and we do have the Three of Vessels, just the Three of Cups, which is that celebration, which is that outcome. Yeah, and I feel like this is kind of your heading towards, believe it or not, even though there's doubts. And then there's this, I have under that the Nurturer, which is the Empress in reverse. Doesn't have any gender in these cards, which is beautiful. So it's the Nurturer, and that was in reverse. So there was a lack of nurturing something, whether it was your own self-worth, whether it was nurturing the actual practical steps that we need to do to accomplish something. But that's, you know, that may have been neglected, but we're seeing that you have the opportunity recently that you've been working on this, and it's a process. So this sense of not quite in the community, don't worry about it. Focusing on thinking that this is always going to be the way and you're always going to be left out is not helpful. The Seven of Swords in this particular deck is showing you that as you embrace your truth, as you work in this Apprentice of Vessels, this Page of Cups energy, you are finding your truth, and your truth is honored and respected by others who have found their truth. And you do have the Three of Vessels, the Three of Cups here, which is that celebration, which is that coming together with others and finding the community that is right for you and for your highest good. I will pull, I believe that's kind of the message for today. The readings are daily, mostly daily. Depends on my energy and my mood. And for some reason, we are pulling... I wanted an oracle card, but I grabbed the Pride Tarot. So let's see what we have for you in the Pride Tarot, Taurus. Just kind of want to... Someone wants to come out really cool. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. And I think it's a... with this, it's coming out as... You know, this is the needing security, needing security. It is a little frightening to step out and be yourself in new ways. It is frightening to, you know, kind of be the Fool. And the Fool card I'm talking about, not a fool, but the Fool card. And to step out that in that sense, I feel like I'm supposed to put this up here. Okay? And it is. That lack of security can, you know, be a little intimidating. It can be a little frightening. We might want to retreat back to what we know because it's comfortable and familiar. And comfortability and familiarity make us feel like we have stability. And we have to let go of a lot of that sense of stability. And that's okay. It's a transition. But like I said, this is slow going, so you can let go a little at a time. We don't need a total tower here. And I think everything in the reading is saying, you know, sudden abrupt is too much tower for this. I think this is something that takes time, takes a lot of self-realization. Don't know what the word is on that. But, okay, moving along, because I seem to have lost a lot of words there. That should have come through. All right, so that's today's picture of things, something to contemplate. Don't ever try to force a message in. I prefer to do readings that allow you to think about things, situations, and come to your own conclusions about how the cards and their messages may or may not be influencing you. Since you always have free will, and we always want to, you know, depend upon our intuitions and our own selves and our own inner compass and knowing, it's very important that you know, explore the cards with your own energy rather than the energy that I pick up on, because this is a general reading. So obviously everyone's not going to be in the same. And if it doesn't resonate at all, don't worry. Check another reading. So that's what I have for Taurus today. It's the Taurus energy. Don't worry about where it's in your chart. Well, I mean, wherever it is in your chart, it's just the Taurus energy that's coming through. And it's a very Taurian reading. I'm a Taurus, so I can tell you this. This is like a real Taurian reading. We're like, he wants us to let go of our stability, and we can't do it quickly, but we want to do it quickly. No. Yeah, I can relate to this one a lot. All right, I hope that helps. And have a good day. Like I said, I will try to get these out daily, mostly as meditations. Please do not expect me to tell you every day what's going to happen for your day. I will not be doing that. These are for you to contemplate and to use in whatever way you see fit to help you, like, guide your own path rather than me guide yours or the cards guiding yours. All right, take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.